Public trust in the UK government has collapsed to historic lows. But is Britain really facing a crisis of legitimacy, or just a demand for deep reform? In June 2025, just 12% of Britons said they trust the government to put the national interest above party politics, the lowest figure ever recorded. This collapse in confidence comes after Labour formed a government in July 2024 with only 33.7% of the vote, the smallest popular share ever to deliver a majority government in UK history. While few call the government illegitimate in a legal sense, more and more citizens feel the system itself no longer represents their voices. Petitions demanding an immediate general election in 2025 have gathered nearly 1 million signatures. One official petition passed the 100,000 threshold, meaning Parliament must debate it. Still, under UK law, the government is not required to call a new election until 2029. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has the discretion to ask for an earlier vote, but he is under no obligation to do so. Many critics say the problem isn't legality, but fairness. Labour won a commanding majority of seats with barely a third of the vote. That's fueling demands for electoral reform, calls for proportional systems that better reflect how people actually voted. Surveys show over half of Britons feel their representatives don't care about people like them. A growing number even say they want a strong leader who's willing to break the rules. Through all this, King Charles remains constitutionally neutral. At the 2024 state opening of Parliament, he read out the Labour government's agenda: economic growth, national security, and international partnerships, as required by law. Royal speeches affirm the government of the day, but the monarch takes no side in debates over legitimacy. Analysts note that Charles's influence lies in symbolism and diplomacy, not direct intervention. Meanwhile, political dissatisfaction is reshaping the landscape. Starmer's approval rating has plummeted to -42, with over half of Britons saying he should resign. Even many Labour voters are abandoning the party, 12% now back Reform UK. Nigel Farage's party has surged ahead in the polls with 31%, compared to Labour's 22%. This marks a dramatic shift away from establishment politics and toward populist alternatives. So where does Britain stand? The government remains legally legitimate, but politically fragile. Trust is at record lows, calls for reform are growing louder, and populist challenges are gaining ground. Whether the system adapts, or the pressure forces change, will shape the future of British democracy. You're watching Studio Double B, stay tuned for more analysis.